All right. We should be live. Would appear as such. All right. Welcome back. We're back on the SpaceX world that we started a few days ago. I haven't been on since, and we just finished up Electric Labs. I'm going to queue up some more research just to keep things rolling. Give that some fuel. If you're new here, joining us, this is a playthrough of Factorio, obviously, with the Space Exploration mod pack. It's a big sort of content mod pack. It adds a lot of new recipe changes, new recipes in general, and it is just a massive overhaul to the game, to the original base vanilla game that adds a nice challenge for those Factorio players who want to go the next step further in their Factorio experience. Right now, it's just kind of slow to start. We have a core scene over here. Definitely want to set something up there when I get the chance. That requires us, though, to research. Where is it? Pulverizer, and then the core mining. So the pulverizer, we need steel, concrete, fluid handling. And on top of that, for core mining, we need oil processing. So it's a lot to get down, and it will require some green science. Where's my stone? Up here, right. So the first order of business would be to set up just a few assemblers to do different recipes that we need. We need electric mining drill, which requires a small electric motor. That, which also requires that. So, say we insert that there, that there, that there, and these are, let's make this one gears, make this wires, and we'll make this burner inserter, and by the burner inserter, we also make this one single cylinder engines. Make a bunch of those. This will allow for, so really, really easy. early game crafting. Along with that, we need in a meteor strike, where all the way down there, it doesn't matter. So be careful when we get much larger base that we are aware that meteors will strike occasionally. Start that to get a good little jump going. Steel's done. That's not what I wanted there. I wanted that to there. I want iron here. I'm going to have to go get some more. Okay. Hopefully, with all this set up, you start quickly making some miners, some electric mining drills. At least that's the intent. If you've got one, it's always gotta start somewhere. And one is definitely a good start. Let's get you down here. Right. I wonder if that's been wrong this whole time. It probably has. Honestly. It probably has been like that this entire time. That's okay. Just add a couple more miners down here. Boost coal production just slightly. It's not that we're running out, it's just it's going to be nice to have some because we are going to be building. Oh, excuse me. A big furnace stack over here by the copper, and then one also over here by the iron. Probably start with the iron. Either way, we're going to need a lot of stone for the furnaces. So our main bottleneck here seems to be the wire. Might just be how fast it transfers. I think that definitely helped it. Definitely did. But it also doesn't take away from the fact that it still takes 4 small electric motors to craft. And another gear wheel here. Alright, that's been unfortunate. But we had a miner run out of mining area. That's okay. Because we can just flip it around. Give the furnace area to where the miner used to be, and then the miner to where the furnace used to be. Because that's just how burner mining drills work. Oh. Okay. Hey, I'm just going to finish filling this path in. So I do not like having to walk over this biome, this alien biome. This is fine. And this is like dreadfully slow. So okay. I'm going to make use of outpost planner for this. Outpost planner. I want it to output north. Number of output belts. Not really sure why it doesn't. Can't think of the word I'm looking for. Oh, I didn't place the mine in the empty spot where it had the tree. Oh well. You know what? It's not my mod pack. It's not my word. So that I just used is from a mod pack or a mod called Outpost Planner. It's a nice quality of life mod that you can take and just swipe over any war patch. You can do it everything but oil. It doesn't have the functionality to place two pump jacks for you and connect them with pipes. But it will add the pipes in for uranium mining. You can do it with any of the other 4 basic mines. I'm wondering if when we're in space, if it will do the other different types of ores that you can find in space. I haven't played this mod at all to know, so it'll be a nice learning experience to see if should I set this up to use small poles since that's the pole I have. I can deconstruct only medium electric poles. But I can swipe up over that whole area. I can open up Outpost 20 again. Main entities, medium electric poles. Alright, oh well, doesn't matter. Why is it placing like 2 poles down at a time? Or 1 pole down at a time? Alright. I know what I'm doing. Okay, almost finished. One thing that bugs me is that this mod will place extra belt after the last row miners. That's because it's dealing with a blueprint. It's constantly repeating it. It's where it's drill, 3, and then it'll go back through and smart place the poles. So it'll place the poles only where it's necessary to be placed. Which is nice for quality of life and stuff. It does help out greatly. should set up something to make belts. Cool. That'll take about craft. Let's just power them up. It's not like they're gonna. There's not a whole lot for them to do right now. I'm hoping that 2 lines was a good call. If not, I have belt balancers. I can turn it into 3. I might need to turn it into 3. Or maybe even 4. Which will be nice. Don't get me wrong. Let's do radar, walls, optics. Might as well do that too, since it's a smaller research. Then we're going to start going through these basic quality of life researches. Some machine gun too. So I can get machine, or the gun turret, heavy armor. So get all these red science researches done. And then move on to blue, or to green science in a minute. Probably a little bit more than a minute, but yeah. This is going to take a little bit. I can delete that, delete that. When do you unlock cliff explosives? Not for a while. That might get tedious. But oh no, never mind. I was going to say I could use water fill, but I do not have the water fill mod. That's okay. I'll do it. I have ran out of iron over here, and that's why I've not made any more miners. I'm going to get rid of that side. I'll live with the decreased productivity, knowing that I only have to fill 2 iron chests instead of 3. Which helps to better distribute the resources. I'm thinking we need this Small electric motors, burner inserter. I want to make 12 of these. Let's say I want to do 60 per minute. That takes 5 seconds for each one. So each assembler can make 20. No. Can make 12 in a minute. So if I do 5 these assemblers, each taking 5 seconds, I can get away with 1 gear wheel. That's pretty cool. Those are pretty cool numbers. I think it's even better. It's even crazier with blue science because there's the big ingredients, those multi-cylinder engines, red chips, and sulfur. Sulfur by itself is super easy to make. And then the multi-cylinder engines don't take a whole lot in terms of resources. These steel single-cylinder engines, but they take 10 seconds to craft. So you have like 1 gear crafter for both the single-cylinder engines and the gears, and it's just super easy that way. Yeah, I'm going to turn this around, but it will not be as efficient as it previously was. And that's strictly because, well, yeah, it's not going to be as efficient. I'm just not going to get it in this chest. That would require me having to belt it over. And why do that when I can just swing by and pick it up? We're not using that many stone bricks anyway. So, not really a point that I see in moving the stone bricks over. After each one of these individually. Again, just to expedite the process here of crafting miners, we'll just craft a bunch one at a time in my inventory while simultaneously crafting all this over here. Those are crafting. I'm going to grab my notebook. Pen somewhere. There's one. This is going to be green science. Again, 60 per minute. like red science. So if it takes 10 seconds to craft, meaning each one can only produce 10. Or it can only produce 6 per minute. But it produces 2 at a time, whereas red science only produces 1. So it's still going to be 12 crafters, 12 assemblers. 12 green science assemblers, which means we need 24 transport belts. Right? Am I thinking about that right? It's 5 seconds per. No, it's only 5. 5 green science assemblers, which means that we need 10 belts and 5 inserters. Or, if you think about it, I need an inserter every 10 seconds and a belt every 5 seconds. It takes half of a second to make a belt, so I only need 1 belt assembler, which requires 1 single cylinder engine and 1 copper plate. So 1 iron plate. So I need 1 engine and 1 gear. That's pretty easy. Inserters are a little bit more difficult. You need a burner inserter, which is a stick and an assembler, which I also need one of those. 1 inserter. Requires 1 burner. Which requires 1 engine. Which requires 1 gear. Also requires 1 stick. Because again, we only need a 1-to-1 on these. Not even a 1-to-1. And it only takes half a second to make a stick. So it'll take a second to make one of those. Which means it'll take a second to make one of these. Which still gives us much more than 1 inserter every 10 seconds. And then we need a small electric motor. Which requires 1 gear again, and wires. It takes 2 wires every half a second, so we can get the 6 wires needed in a second and a half, which is also fun. Okay, got it down. Got the blueprint. If not blueprint, I've got the ratios set out. Okay, 1 or 4, 60 green science per minute. It is 5 green science assemblers, 1 belt, which is composed of 1 engine, which requires 1 gear. So, and then an inserter, which requires a burner inserter, which requires sticks and a gear. Sticks and engines. The engines require gear. And then there's the small motor, which requires one wire and one gear assembly, which I think I could get away with using the same gear assembler for the engines and the motor. I believe that is a possibility. I'm not sure on that yet, though. I'm going to need to make a bunch of inserters here in a minute. I can set up my furnace stacks right here. One, two, three. So I split that here. This path will go here. There will be a coal thing that comes underground here, goes here, splits. Eventually it'll probably split here, go there, there, and then it will meet right there. I believe it is 24 long. I think it's 25. It is 24. Okay. Oh, I'm out of iron over here. Great. I just put all of my iron in there. Even better. Nope, messed it up. Almost finished. Let's go. Almost done with this mining area. An underground, 2 splitters, and spend the rest on belts. There we go. Perfect. And I know this is going to be more 26 belts, which is why I crafted more. Alright. I got this 24 long thing, and there's going to be 2 inserters on each of these furnaces, so okay. Perfect, actually. Wow. Alright, we got both sides starting to fill up here with with fuel and ore. This is going to take a little bit. This might be just like one of the most something hardest. I'd say most tedious processes of this game is early stage. You don't have bots. It's not really a whole lot in terms of blueprints that could really help you. You make a blueprint and all, but you place it down, you have to go back and fill it all in. Whereas you get in the early game, and if you want to double your science production, you just copy and paste your science production, and boom, fill in the raw resources, and you're done. Here, you want to set up an iron mine? Okay, cool. Have fun. Set one up. Go for it. Not really a whole lot in terms of there's not really a whole lot that you can do in this stage of the game to make it go any quicker. I need copper. I don't have any. This is good. I'll limit this to 3. It doesn't have any iron, so I can't do anything. Shooting speed, damage, and then these quality of life researches. This now is just about useless. I'll just go ahead and craft all of these assemblers. All of these assemblers. These are inserters. I knew that. Okay. I like to see those numbers. That is a lot of iron. No doubt about it. I believe before the next stream, not I believe, before the next stream, I'll set up the copper mine with its furnace deck. So in the next stream, I can focus heavily on science and use coursing. I did use it in my other world, the one I mentioned in the last stream, where I played up until blue science on here. And then I don't know. So one of the mods I had an infinite buffer tank. So I was able to take the fluid, because the coursing miner produces oil. It's oil, water, and this red fluid that you get. It's not heavy oil, pyroflux. I didn't really know what to do with it, so I put all of those fluids in this infinite buffer, and then any other pulverizer that I hooked up to it, I just to get rid of the leftover, or not leftover, all of the fluid, because I didn't use any of it. And then I set up a little system using the coal and the ores, the copper and the iron ore, to smelt, and then the what's it called? The stone and the uranium that it produced, I just put into a chest. It didn't make nearly as much of that as it did copper and iron, so I just threw it in a chest and didn't worry about it. It was made it easy to forget about. Lower it away into a chest. But I think that's it. Over here, we have a completed furnace stack for iron. One of them. I think if it's doubled, then we'll still be using a lot of resources, and then we'll still be able to produce and so another iron stack with this, another furnace stack. Sorry, I am going to add a splitter here. I'll just pull this one for now, so that way every single one of the lines is all balanced together before it's split off. Just to balance our draw here, so we're not pulling more from this side than this side, or vice versa, for between the two furnace stacks, so that they're each getting an equal distribution of coal from this west side and east side. Just a habit, you know. Stuck in a cliff. Alright, anyway, I think that's going to be all. So we got full iron mine done. Plans for green science. We fixed the red science, since I messed it up apparently. I don't know. Set up a thing to make miners in the background, and we have a furnace stack, an iron furnace stack, fully working, ready to go. By the next stream, we'll have a second iron furnace stack, probably right next to the current one, and then a copper mine, and 2 copper furnace stacks as well. And then in the next stream, the plan is to get green science up and running, along with red science in this or to automate red science instead of just putting materials into chests like we have down in the corner. And also to investigate this core seam, so we can dive into that and what to do with the fluids that it makes. Anyways, fellas, that is all for now.